I just gave a very good introduction to our YouTube watchers who are going to enjoy the introduction to our YouTube watchers who are going to enjoy a second take of that. Yeah, my name's Ian, VK3 Quebec Lima, and welcome you to the ATV net via VK3 VRS, VK3 RTV, and yes, so I'm stand-in, obviously, for the regular net controller. The apologies I have for tonight are Mick, VK3CH, and Neil, VK3BCU. I also have check-ins for watchers of Richard, VK3 VRS, Mark, VK3PI, James, VK3CH, HB, and Stephen, VK3TTF, and also Greg, VK3QSL. Tonight we've got a select group, and that consists of Peter, VK3BFG, and John, ATV. Peter will be coming up on the net in a minute, on the RTV1 channel in a minute, and I'll hand it over to him. And what I might do is start with a promo for the field day next weekend.
Get your gear ready and mark your calendars for the Winter VHF and Microwave Field Day. This is your chance to test your skills and see how far you can work on VHF, UHF, and microwave bands. And the best part? There are plenty of sections for single and multiple operator stations, including a separate home station section. But that's not all. Field days have a high level of SSB activity, so you'll have plenty of opportunities to make those FM and SSB contacts. For all the details, be sure to check out the WIA contest webpage.
Great, that's the field day next weekend, focusing on 2 meters and above frequencies. Peter, VK3 BFG, is sitting on ready to go by the looks on RTV1, so we might cut across to RTV1, and that'll be here for the latest and the greatest from Peter. Let's see if I can get this right.
Thanks, Ian. This is the voice of Peter, VK3BFG. I'm going to be incognito tonight. Mainly I come up live face, but I thought I'd just do a short presentation on something that's out in the shed and has in fact been up Mount View Tower. And it's the arrays that we use. I've built 5 of these all up. There's 4 currently in action at Mount View, and this one's really a spare. And you can see the basic construction here is it's aluminium square section that makes the frame that these plastic boxes sit in. And they're electrical switchboard boxes from quite some time ago. where I acquired quite a few of these. I've now run out because they've all been used for the antennas of the VK3 RTV. You can see here that this is the mount with the U-bolt down here, and also down the bottom here we've got the other U-bolt, which is set further out than this one. That does two things. It compensates for the angle of the side of the tower, but also adds just a little bit of maybe 1.5 degree of down tilt on it. In the box here we've got a 3 dB coupler, but it's a good 3 dB because it's taking the feed from this antenna and taking the feed from this antenna and adding them together, so we get a 3 dB boost for the pair. So that's the back of it. I'll just turn it around and show you what the front looks like. Alright, that's going to sit there, and there you can see the front panel with the two boxes in the frame, and inside we have a dual quad, and I'll just zoom in on this one. Should be able to get a better view of it. Actually need a little bit of up tilt here to don't know how I'm going to do that easily. Let me see what I can see around here to do that. Well, I might have to just hold it, get the light on it. Yeah, I think you can see it okay there. I'm looking at the screen now, even though it's a little dark. But one of the things I'd like to point out is that we've got, let's see if we can get in on that. Oops, daisy, sorry about this. This is bad camera work. Okay, we're in on it there. And you can see I've got some hard line here, and the hard line goes to the end connector, and in fact is soldered to the main part of the connector here, and then just comes up here and around there, and there's no baling. The effect of that is absolutely minimal. It just shifts the front fire by 1 or 2 degrees, which doesn't matter really, as long as you're sort of aware of that. So it's a very, very simple design. It does take some time to get the quads right. And in fact, in making those, I probably made twice as many as what was needed to finally get about the right size, because a few millimetres out and it's no good. But the return loss on these is very good. The bandwidth is also very good. It covers the whole 23 sems. So it's basically the same design for 1246, 1255, 1278 and 1287. And the thing that you've got to give for that is that the gain of the things aren't that good, but the bandwidth is excellent, which is really what we need anyway. And we get the 3 dB because there's another panel underneath there which has got exactly the same thing in it, and then they're just linked. Electrically it's very simple. Mechanically it takes a fair bit of work to make 5 of them, with all the frames. The bolts are all stainless steel. Now, there is a little bit of electrolytic action between the aluminium and the stainless steel, but it's not all that bad. I've brought antennas down using stainless steel, and they've been up there 10, 15 years, and they're still, structurally quite okay. So that's the quads that's up at Mount View, and there's 4 up there currently that really covers all of the metropolitan area and also down towards Geelong. So I thought I'd just show you those as something, a bit of a show and tell. And so that's about it for me. One of the pleasing things for me was when I took the front panel off, the actual state of the quads is pretty much the same as when I closed them up and they went up the antenna. So there's been no degradation in terms of anything there. There's nothing got in there. There's no water in there. There's no any sign of any moisture. And the electrical condition is pretty much the same, so it's worked out pretty well. So hopefully they'll keep going. So that's it for me for tonight, all incognito. So I think we're going back to RTV1 now, probably to Ian, and maybe then on to John. So this is Peter, VK3BFG in Montana South. Over to you there, Ian.
Great, thanks Peter. It's very well done on the ceiling and getting them, seeing them in pristine condition, and great handiwork there. Because antennas up in the air, an exposed site like that are, as we all know, prone to all sorts of conditions and temperature and weather. All right, just put John on notice. I'll do a short bit, about 5 minutes, and then I'll pass it to you, John, on this channel. So those with set-top boxes won't need to change channel to hand over to John. All right, the next thing I thought I'd do was just show and tell, if you like, I have shown my setup at here, the studio setup. So I thought I'd do that as a review. It's probably about over 2 years since I showed this, so that I recall, and so I'll do a bit of a look around the control desk at the conclusion of this 3-minute clip.
This is an overview of the current production and layout of the studio production desk. As you can see, the components are installed around a Windows PC with a reasonable fast graphics card with adequate memory. The main video control software is vMix, which takes advantage of the graphics card and various media inputs and outputs. The PC provides 3 screens for the presenter to control the software and view the various sources of program material. A 4th HDMI display output feeds the transmitter encoder. The inputs of the PC consist of combination of primarily USB, HDMI and Ethernet inputs from radio transceivers, webcams, audio mixer, and external video sources. The HDMI inputs are handled by a 4-port capture card. This card handles HDMI signals from the DVB-T2 set-top boxes, receiving the signals from the repeater. All the non-live media assets such as video clips, titles, graphics, and PowerPoint slides are stored as files on the PC and managed by vMix live switching software. No external media players are used. To simplify one-person operation of a video presentation, this station uses a Stream Deck video switcher to automate and streamline the presentation of audio and video material. Extensive use of vMix triggers, shortcuts, activators, and VB scripts are used to automate live presentations. This avoids the operator grappling with the mouse while presenting to camera. The buttons of the Stream Deck switcher are programmed with preset functions. With the press of a button, many complex switching functions can be performed using the power of vMix, with no presenter intervention. This saves distracting the presenter and minimizing switching and sequencing errors. A HDMI output feed from the PC inputs audio and video into the DVB-T2 encoder. One of the most surprising aspects in setting up this DATV station is the transmitter chain is the least complex aspect of the end-to-end configuration. The output is fed into a mini kits driver amp and then an 18-watt Mitsubishi module power amplifier to drive a grid pack high-gain antenna. The output of the power amplifier is a maximum of 3 watts DVB-T2 signal at 1278 MHz, 4 megasymbols, and QPSK constellation. The antenna is aimed at Mount View repeater, 20 kilometers away over a slightly obstructed path. Trust you found this overview interesting. Inexpensive live studio systems can be set up without the need of expensive software. Free live switching software such as OBS, inexpensive capture dongles, and standard PC keyboards can be used to develop powerful studio solutions. I encourage you to experiment not only with different digital processing technologies, but also to learn modern video production and switching techniques using inexpensive components.
Right, so that's the reality of the the cartoon pictures, and so what can I show you? This over here, if I move over to that side up here, is the audio mixer. I know a lot of people use the old mechanical, if you like, the faders, but I just so wrapped with having the software, which is this is an audio mixer built into to vMix, and it makes an integration so that you can get yourself into trouble, as I often do with no sound, but you could also make a lot of things automatic so that the microphone comes on and goes off. You've got mix -1 and all sorts of things. So there's master faders up here. There's various channels, master, there's a master, A master, B master, C master, and these are the audio channels here. The audio is coming in on the wireless mic on that channel. What else? This is RTV 1 and 2 sound. So you know, I really love the way that you can integrate it and control it with triggers and all sorts of things in vMix. So if we move across, where else am I going to go? Go down to here. These are the Stream Decks, so each of those can do a function, which means that it can get me into trouble or out of trouble. And what I usually do is set up, for example, that's the introduction, which I didn't actually run tonight. The next one is the video video clip, the package you just saw, which was the setup of VK3QL, and then there's other things. There's the field day, which I've shown, field day promo. There's the ISS passes, quizzes, the first group of quizzes, and there's the weather and the tropo, and second lot of quizzes, calendar event, ASV broadcast promo, and then the outro, and there's a few other backups that I have in reserve. I can just push this button here and this happens. A preview comes up on, oh, you can't see that, but a preview screen comes up, and by pushing the, I lose audio, of course, but I can switch that back on. And that's the, sorry, yeah. So the cue, I'm just listening to some traffic coming in. All right, so that's the preview, so we can merge back to that live camera, yeah, I'll just make a point on this video, this camera. It's a very cheap camera sitting behind me. I don't normally use it for this presentation, so it is out of focus, and yeah, I really didn't expect to show any detail with this. It's because it's digitally zooming in and out. So yeah, but still, I think it's worthwhile giving you an idea of what the various setup is. Also, there are a few other things going on. That's the streaming into YouTube, and also down below, if I just go back to the Stream Deck story here, there is a transceiver sitting there, and there's another transceiver. That's the VHF transceiver, and that's the one. There's another one over there, which is the UHF transceivers, and they feed into vMix in terms of audio. I can also bring in external cameras. They're not. I'm not a great one on high definition cameras. That's my personal choice. So yeah, I know a lot of people like having good quality cameras. But anyway, there's a rooftop camera for a view of the city, which I can bring up, hopefully without. Just realised that we have a overlay on that camera. So what will I do? I've got to work out where it comes from. That's it. So if I get rid of that, and that. And of course, that shows not the city view, but in fact the set-top boxes. So there's, I'm watching the local transmission in the top two right-hand side images. On the left-hand side, the two rows there, there's 4 set-top boxes showing different makes on different antenna systems, showing what's coming back from the repeater. And having different makes of set-top boxes gives me an idea of the various performances of the set-top boxes. In the lower right corner, we have another 4 pictures. There are another 2 set-top boxes there. The digit, the 39.1 digit, is the temperature of the PA, and there's some voltage and current information below that. So that's a monitoring. That's using a security camera DVD unit to show the 16 screens in one screen. That's an analog feed too. We can go across to the city view, and that's a rooftop camera again, and that is actually another additional feed from an ATEM Mini that I've got on the side, but it's not a primary one. The primary switching is done by the Stream Decks. So that's the sort of Cook's tour of the VK3 Quebec Lima control desk, which is a lot tidier than normal. I might add. And the mess that's normally there is on the floor and on desks and stuffed in corners. But anyway, that's the realities of working in this game. All right, John, I might pass it back to you. I'm sure they'll need a break from me. So if I could drop carrier and pass it to you, John. But just actually before I do that, I'll just mention that we have Claudio on the YouTube channel. We actually have 23 people watching. On YouTube, Claudia saying hello, and there's Stephen VK3TTF who came up earlier to indicate he was watching. David VK2DJV, Bronson the cat, not sure what where he fits in, or her. Steve, I've forgotten his call sign, but anyway, he's in Pakenham. VK3NF, that's right. Vince, VK3YVS, and Clint, VK3CSJ, in the kitchen. Ian, too many buttons there. You're not right. Claudio saying there's too many buttons. And we've got Neil, VK3BCU, on the line. All right, John, I hope you're ready, because I'm going to throw straight to you, and with the K. I am on S, John. Do you need more time? Yep, so there'll be a short break for the RF to lock. You switch over to the different format. So I'll drop carrier and pass it on to John, VK3ATV. And John, you pass it back to me. Catch you soon. Bye.
Good evening, everyone. This is John, VK3ATV in Williamstown. I'm not going to be able to fill the session as well as Ian can. Got a couple of things to talk about. The Portsdown 4. I've been trying to get video into the Portsdown 4. Still haven't had any success. I can actually get video into the Portsdown 4 software, but then I can't get the Pluto to transmit. So I've tried a few different things. I bought myself a C920 webcam as suggested by the Portsdown wiki page, not knowing that there are 3 types of C920 webcams, and the latest ones don't work. So I took that back to the shop and I searched around. I found one an earlier version on online, used, and bought that, and that one doesn't work either. I can get the video to go into the Portsdown software, but not activate the Pluto. So at the moment, the only things that I can get to work on the Pluto are the test card and the PyCam, but I'll keep working on it. If I can at least get to the point where I'm getting what the designers said would work. So I'll keep trying that. The other thing that I haven't got around to yet is repairing my DATV Express transmitter. I blew up the blue chip amplifier a while ago and replaced the blue chip, and that one didn't work either. So I'm about to put a third one in. If that doesn't work, and I'll just show you the blue chip amplifier. It's still in the transmitter case. That's it there. So that's the amplifier that's shown on the VK3RTV website. So I will I'll give that another shot. If it doesn't work, I've got this as a standby. And a lot of you would have seen that. It's a reasonably inexpensive amplifier, 1200 to 1300 or around about that, online. Costs around about $50 Australian, but it works quite well. In fact, I've used that. If I can lift this up and show you, I've used that on my Portsdown 4, and it works quite well and quite reliably. So I will I'll give that a shot if I can't get the blue chip transmitter, the blue chip amplifier to work again. So that's all I've really been doing on ATV. The other news I have for you is I have set a date for the Melbourne ATV group get together. So sorry, that's better. So that will be on the 19th of July, Saturday the 19th of July, at the same location we had last year, at the Amateur Radio Victoria office in Ashburton. So hopefully you will be able to make that. Put the time from 10 AM to 2 PM. There'll be tea and coffee available there, but there's a cafe next door that sells quite good coffee and lunch if you want to get some lunch there as well. So we've got 3 presenters at the moment. I'm hoping somebody else will volunteer to bring along something to show everyone. 5-minute presentation is all that's required, just to give people a look at what your current project is, ATV or something related to ATV. We've also got Mick 3CH, who hopefully is going to bring along his mobile station, which he's shown us a couple of times on air. So that'll be good to actually see that in real life. So yeah, look, come along. You don't have to stay for 4 hours. It's a drop in, type thing, so no need to register, just come along. Hopefully we'll see a lot of people who are interested in ATV to come along. If you want to get into ATV, it's a good opportunity to talk to some of the current operators, have a look at some equipment, have a look at some of the easy ways to get on air. And yes, thank you to Amateur Radio Victoria for putting on the premises. So I'll send out an email with the details as well. Rob 3IE, I'm not sure whether he's watching tonight, but he will. He was going to produce another nice graphic for us. So we'll be playing that on the repeater on and off over the next few weeks, just to remind everybody. I think that's about it from me tonight. It's the first time I've transmitted for a few weeks actually, so I'm glad at least the high desk transmitter is still working, and it's definitely been the most reliable ATV transmitter I've had. So that is an easy way, not the cheapest way, but it's certainly a very easy way to get on air and quite reliable. All right, that's it from me. I'll put on my thanks for watching, Ian, and then it'll be back to you. So thanks everyone for watching. I forgot to say buongiorno, Claudio, and thanks for watching. Okay, that's it from me, John VK3 ATV in Williamstown. Cheers and ciao.
Great, and we have vision and we have audio, so that's good. Thanks, John, and thanks for organising that gathering for the ATVers and all the people who are interested in what's it all about, what fun we have. and that's on the 19th of July at 10 a.m. It should drop in, nothing really formal about the time, between 10 and 2 at the ASV rooms in Ashburton. So that's good. I've actually got a calendar of events. I don't think that's on it yet, so let's have a look. Yeah, so the question mark is now the 19th, 1/9. 10 to 2 ATV meet and greet, and it's not confined to just people who are transmitting. That by no stretch of the imagination. It's for everyone who's interested in technology and finding out more about ATV. So yeah, and of course last weekend was the Australian Fox Hunting Championships, Mount Gambier, as mentioned before. The 21st and 22nd next weekend is the Winter VHF UHF Microwave Field Day. Also, apparently there's some updated information on the WIA website, so people who are interested in participating in the contest, as in submitting logs, I suspect you may need to refresh the information and details on the website, and it's great that the volunteers have caught up with the backlog of analysing the past results, and now have posted, as far as I'm aware, all of the results from past field days. So that's a great advance there. And thanks for all those who've been involved. And also, not to be left off, is the Saturday the 5th of July, the Gippsland Gate Radio and Electronics Club Hamfest in Langwarrin, which is a new venue. It's a little bit further out. Well, yeah, it depends where you live, I suppose. But anyway, it's allegedly 60 kilometres, I believe, from Dandenong. I haven't been that way for a long time, so I'm a bit rusty as to where it is. But anyway, that's always that the Gippsland Gate guys put on a great show, and it's always a very good hamfest. I've enjoyed that in the past. Now, we haven't had a quiz yet, so let's have a quiz. As Claudio said, too many buttons. Right, I'm leaning over on the side here, relaxing. All very good. My big fat fingers push the wrong buttons, so that's always good fun. The buttons are too small, I reckon. Could I just make a stab in the dark? So the weather forecast for next weekend for the field day. It's going to be a bit like that, but not totally. Friday it's going to get finer, and Saturday is going to be quite good. Very little rain. Sunday a shower or two, so there's a 50% chance for the metropolitan area for rain. So what's that mean for the tropospheric forecast? Well, here we have them, and yeah, so this is just for the next few days. Like Wednesday we're up to, and coming into Thursday, and now we're getting to Friday. It's quite interesting, and Saturday, so you know, it's not without interest for the field day. So yeah, some tropospheric conditions may well be working towards your DX efforts. And let's hear from the ASV broadcast people.
For live news on the planets, cosmology, sunspots and more, every Friday at 10 p.m. Clint VK3 CSJ presents the Astronomical Society of Victoria broadcast on this amateur television repeater, VK3 RTV Channel 1.
Right, so that's, yeah, Clint does a sterling job on the ASV broadcast on a Friday night, 10 o'clock, and he has, yeah, lots of video clips and stuff, but also working on 80 metres as well, and there's a callback at the end of it at 11 o'clock, about 11 o'clock soon after, so that's great news. All right, I think the next thing is a bit harder quiz now. Yes, just acknowledging Felix, VK3FAR, has joined us on YouTube chat line, so great, it's great to have you on board. And yeah, so it's all good fun. 24 on YouTube. I haven't checked the other sites, but the more the merrier. All right, that's all I have. You must be great. A sign of relief, I'm sure. No, but I hope you found it interesting, and I've tried to keep it moving. And yeah, there's a few people away at the moment, so we'll have more excitement next week at 8 o'clock on VK3RTV net. All right, I'll sign off for tonight, and thanks Peter and John for coming up and contributing video, and do encourage others to participate if they've set up for it, and join in on the fun. And we'll see you on the 19th of July at the ASV club room for a bit of a chatter and a natter and a ARV. What did I say? ARV. I get tongue-tied. Think of three letters. Amateur Radio Victoria club rooms. All right. Thanks, John ATV, for the correction. And yeah, so signing off for this evening. This is VK3 Quebec Lima, wishing you the best and enjoy the rest of your evening.